Hello, hi students, good morning. We are discussing the carbohydrates. In the very last video, I gave you the details about monosaccharides. What are monosaccharides? They are simplest forms of sugars. Even though they react with water, no products yield. But carbohydrates, though can give products even in the reaction with water, are called oligosaccharides or polysaccharides. Let us discuss oligosaccharides first. Oligosaccharides are the sugars. They can produce minimum 2 and maximum 9 units when they react with water. The reaction is called hydrolysis. When a carbohydrate reacts with water, called hydrolysis reaction, the result minimum 2 products or maximum 9 products. So 2 to 9 products yielding carbohydrates in the hydrolysis reactions are called oligosaccharides. I told you before, oligo means few, means some, and saccharide means sugars. So they are composed of few units of sugars. The range is from 2 to 9. If we take a X component that reacts with water and provide 2 components, then that is called disaccharide. Di means 2. Saccharide means sugars. So a disaccharide undergoes the reaction with water and gives only 2 sugars. So that 2 reacts with water gives 1 plus 1. Whereas X that reacts with water gives 3 products. Then it is called trisaccharide. Trisaccharide. Tri means 3. Here 3 units means 3 monomers having sugar molecule reacts with water that provide 1 plus 1 plus 1. Total 3 sugars were present. If X that reacts with water, 4 products were formed, means 4 component sugar molecule reacts with water gives 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Then such a sugar molecule is called tetrasaccharide. Tetrasaccharide. Like that, if a X molecule that reacts with water and gives 5 products. 5 products in the sense 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Then this is called pentasaccharide. Pentasaccharide. So here generally students will confuse in one case. In monosaccharides we have seen the classification according to the number of carbons. They are triose, tetrose, pentose, hexose, heptose. They are ending with ose. They are all having same formula, that is CnH2nOn. But oligosaccharides formula is differing with monosaccharides formula. Here disaccharide, it is a trisaccharide. Trisaccharide is different, triose is different. What is the difference? Triose is monosaccharide. Trisaccharide is oligosaccharide. In the same way, tetrasaccharide belongs to oligosaccharide, but tetrose belongs to monosaccharide. Like the way some students use it to confuse while answering the questions. Like that, pentasaccharide belongs to oligosaccharide. It consists of 5 monosaccharides, but pentose is a single one, that is monosaccharides. If you understand the basic difference between monosaccharides and oligosaccharides, you will never be confused in the further way. So these are the different types of oligosaccharides. Let us discuss one after one. First we go through disaccharides. Firstly we are discussing about disaccharides. The definition of disaccharides is types of oligosaccharides. They produce 2 simplest forms of sugars or 2 monosaccharides when they react with water. So X plus water gives 1 plus 1. So this is one monosaccharide and this is another monosaccharide. These two monosaccharides are present in this structure. Because of the reaction with water, they are dissolved and produced to simplest forms. Let us see examples. So disaccharides example: maltose, lactose, sucrose. So maltose is a sugar that is generally present in malts and grains, and the lactose is the sugar present in the milk, as well as the sucrose is the sugar present in many of the plants, such as example sugarcane and beetroot is generally found. Let us see their structures one after one. Firstly, I am going through the structure of maltose. So maltose is composed of two glucose molecules, glucose plus glucose, whereas lactose is made up of glucose plus galactose. So two monosaccharides combination is one disaccharide, that is lactose. In case of sucrose, glucose plus fructose. So these are the different combinations. They are very important in part of questions. So maltose is composed of glucose and glucose. Two glucose molecules together form maltose. Little later we will see how their structures are combined and form a disaccharide. Next, lactose is a disaccharide that is composed of glucose plus galactose. And another disaccharide is sucrose that is composed of glucose plus fructose. Why all these three comes under the examples for disaccharide? Because all the three having two combinations. Even their combinations are different, but number of monosaccharides are two. That is a common point. So let me discuss the structure of maltose clearly. Maltose is a disaccharide. It consists of two monosaccharide units. Both are glucose. You know very well that glucose is a hexose. It could able to form a 6 angle or hexagonal pyranose ring structure. So I am taken pyranose ring structure to visualize the bond existing between two glucose molecules. So this is the first carbon, this is the second carbon, and this is the third carbon, and this is fourth carbon, and this is the fifth carbon, and this is the sixth carbon. At first carbon, H, OH is present. Second carbon, H, OH is present. And third carbon also H, OH is present. Fourth carbon, H, OH is present. Fifth carbon, H, and sixth carbon, CH2, OH is present. So this is how the glucose molecule, aldose hexose molecule exhibiting its pyranose ring structure. So maltose is a disaccharide. It consists of two glucose molecules. Two glucose molecules are having two same structures. So both are similar. In that case, this is a similar structure of glucose. Both the structures are same. These structures are initially a bit different. While you are practicing twice and couple of times, it will be very easy. The same way I am going to label. First carbon H, OH. Second carbon H and OH. Third carbon OH inside and outside H. This is third carbon. At fourth carbon H and OH. At fifth carbon H and sixth carbon CH2 OH. So both are same molecules, that are glucose molecules. When these two glucose molecules are comes closer, means adjacent side, you just observe at the, this is suppose first X and this is the Y. So both are glucose molecules. For our better understanding, I took X and Y entities. X glucose molecule first carbon is closer to Y glucose molecule fourth carbon, isn't it? You observe Y glucose molecule first carbon is so far, then the first carbon of X glucose molecule. Then what are the two carbons of two glucose molecules are closely together? Answer is 1 and 4. So first carbon of one glucose molecule is closer to fourth carbon of its adjacent glucose molecule. So bond can be formed between 1 and 4. So that 1 and 4. What type of bond will form? Let us see. When these two glucose molecules comes close together, then to form the condensation, then here one water molecule will be evolved. So OH and H. These two together H2O. So one H2O will be released when two monosaccharides are condensing or together form. Then this O forms a bond here. So this is called glycosidic bond. Glycosidic bond. What is glycosidic bond? It is a bond which exists between two monosaccharides or between carbohydrates or between oligosaccharides, or it is a carbohydrate bond existing except monosaccharides. So let me explain again. First carbon of one glucose molecule is closer to the fourth carbon of its adjacent glucose molecule, so that here one hydrogen and one OH together form H2O. H2O means water. One water molecule will be released when glycosidic bond is formed between two glucose molecules or two sugar molecules, nothing but monosaccharides. When these water molecules comes, what type of bond has been formed? Glycosidic bond. The glycosidic bond is formed between 1 and 4, but both the structures are similar, no? That's why alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond or linkage. This is so important. How? I have written here alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond or glycosidic linkage. Glycosidic linkage or glycosidic bond is a combination of two monosaccharides in carbohydrates. While they are performing the bonds, one water molecule will be released. When water molecule is released out, those two molecules become condensed, means become hard or tighter. Then that bond is called glycosidic bond. That water molecule is released because of the bond occurred between first carbon and fourth carbon. It is 1,4 glycosidic bond. How can I write the alpha here? Both the glucose molecules are similar. Suppose if it is this structure and this structure are isomers, or their functional groups are reversed, then it will be alpha, then it will be beta. Then 1 alpha, 4 beta glycosidic bonds we can write. If both are beta, then beta 1,4 or 1 beta 4 beta is equal to 1,4 beta or beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage. This is how in the maltose one glycosidic bond is present. Number of glycosidic bond present in one disaccharide is 1. Number of sugars present in one disaccharide is 2. Number of water molecules were released when the formation of one glycosidic bond is 1. So this is how the structure of maltose will be there. Maltose is equal to glucose plus glucose. Entire this structure from here to here, entire this structure is maltose. I hope you understand, guys. Let me discuss the next sugar, that is lactose. One is lactose. Lactose is a disaccharide. It has a two monosaccharide combination. One is glucose and another one is galactose. Okay, galactose is an isomer of another hexose, aldose hexose. Right? Let us see its structure. So, as of you have some knowledge about the maltose structure, I can easily draw here. What is this structure, guys? Pyranose ring structure of the glucose. Tell me here, the first carbon H and OH. At the second carbon H and OH. At third carbon CH2OH. So this is the structure of glucose. Then what is the structure of galactose? Let us see. At first carbon OH and H, it will be reverse. And at fourth carbon OH and H, the rest of thing is same. So at first carbon and fourth carbon, these groups were reverse, inverted. Other than these things is same. So here at the second carbon H and OH, and at third carbon H and OH, and the fourth carbon same, and fifth carbon H and sixth carbon CH2OH. Let me label the carbon numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 carbons. Now just like maltose, there 2 glucose molecules comes and a bond has been formed, that is alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond. Let us see which type of glycosidic bond will formed. So in between any 2 monosaccharides, the bond is glycosidic bond, but according to the position of carbons that are formed inside the formation of glycosidic bond, we will naming them. Now here first carbon and fourth carbon. So it is a alpha structure and it is a beta structure. So alpha no need to write. So beta 1,4 glycosidic bond. 1 alpha 4 beta glycosidic bond or beta 1,4 glycosidic bond. So here also this OH and this H and together form one water molecule. Later this O will be there between these two. Understand? So if you erase this one, you can clearly see the bond. So this is beta 1,4 glycosidic bond. Beta 1,4 glycosidic bond exists between glucose and galactose. So beta 1,4 glycosidic bond is present, then that is which sugar? Definitely that is lactose. What are the sugars present in lactose? Glucose and galactose. What are the sugars present in maltose? Glucose and glucose. What is the bond present in maltose? 1,4 alpha glycosidic bond. And what is the bond existing in lactose? Beta 1,4 glycosidic bond. Any glycosidic bond, number of water molecules released is 1. Now without let me see the third disaccharide, that is sucrose. The third disaccharide we are observing, that is sucrose. The common name of sucrose is table sugar. The sucrose is combination of glucose plus fructose. So this is aldose sugar and this is ketose sugar. Definitely 1 alpha 2 beta glycosidic bond will be formed. Now the glucose structure, it is a pyranose ring structure. That's the first carbon and second, third, fourth, fifth carbon and sixth carbon. Let me know the compounds here. H, OH, H, OH, H, OH, H, OH, and at fifth carbon H and sixth carbon CH2OH. This is the structure of glucose. You are seeing since 2 structures, right? Then now I am drawing the fructose. Fructose is forming furanose structure. At first carbon H CH2OH, at second carbon OH H, and third carbon H OH, and it's the fourth and fifth carbon here CH2OH and here OH. So this is the structure of furanose ring structure of the fructose. So how these two are making a glycosidic bond? Let us see. So firstly, the first carbon of the glucose molecule is closer to the fourth carbon of the fructose molecule. Then this OH and this H together form water. When water molecule comes, here the oxygen will go and form glycosidic bond. So glycosidic bond is formed generally. There is no doubt. What is the type of linkage? Here 1 alpha 4 beta glycosidic linkage. Glycosidic linkage. So in all the disaccharides, bonds are glycosidic bonds between their respective sugars, but linkages are different. In case of sucrose, that is alpha 1 beta 4 glycosidic linkage. Why? Because it is pyranose ring structure and that is furanose ring structure. Whereas in lactose, that is beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage, whereas in the maltose, that is alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkage. So the sucrose linkage is different, maltose linkage is different, and lactose linkage is different. So you have to practice these structures. Yet you have observed all the 3 examples of only disaccharides. Next, trisaccharides. tetrasaccharides, pentasaccharides and their respective examples. Let us see. So disaccharide example is maltose, lactose and sucrose. Okay. Then what is the formula of disaccharide? The formula of glucose is C6H12O6. The formula of ribose is C5H10O5. Like that, what is the formula of maltose, lactose, sucrose? Let us see. Generally, a maltose having a glucose plus glucose, right? One glucose formula is C6H12O6. Another glucose formula is C6H12O6. So, C12H24 and O12. But here, what is happening? Due to the formation of glycosidic bond, one water molecule goes off. Means 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. Minus 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So, answer is C12H24 minus 2, H22, O12 minus 1, O11. So, this is the formula of any disaccharide, either maltose or lactose or sucrose. So, what is the chemical formula of disaccharide? C12H22 and O11. This is the formula of disaccharide. Let us see the trisaccharide and tetrasaccharides. Trisaccharides. Trisaccharides having 3 combinations of monosaccharides. Suppose one example, ribinose and raffinose. These two are examples for trisaccharides. They are having glucose plus fructose plus galactose. So here glucose structure this is, and this is the fructose structure. This is the fructose structure and this is a galactose structure. So here one glycosidic bond is there and here one glycosidic bond is there. Means here one water molecule will be released and here one water molecule will be released. So number of sugars present in any of the trisaccharide is 3, but number of glycosidic bonds are 2. So what I said, trisaccharide have 3 monosaccharide combinations and number of glycosidic bonds are 2. Example, raffinose 1, 2, 3. Number of sugars are 3. Number of glycosidic bonds are 2. Then what would be the formula, guys? Very simple. So if this is the glucose and this is fructose, this is galactose. Let me extract the formula for trisaccharide. So C6H12O6 glucose, C6H12O6 fructose, C6H12O6 galactose. Then C18H36 and O18. This is the generally expected formula here from C18H38 and O18. How many water molecules are formed here? 2 water molecules are formed. Means 4 hydrogens and 2 oxygens. So we have to remove 4 hydrogens and 2 oxygens. Then the formula will be suitable for trisaccharide. C18 will be standard. Then H38 minus 4, 34 and oxygen 18 minus 2, 16. So this is the formula for trisaccharide. So trisaccharide general formula is C18, H34, O16. Let us see another one, that is a tetrasaccharide. Then 4 monosaccharide combination complex oligosaccharide is tetrasaccharide. Tetrasaccharide. So the tetrasaccharide example, stachyose. Stachyose is the example. This stachyose is a combination of glucose plus fructose plus galactose plus another galactose. So two galactose molecules and one glucose and another fructose molecule is a combination. This structure would be like this. Glycosidic bond with the fructose and glycosidic bond with the galactose, that is the glycosidic bond with another. So this is the structure of stachyose. Then what is the formula of stachyose or tetrasaccharide? So easy, C6H12O6 into 4 minus 3H2O. You calculate and let me know what is the formula of tetrasaccharide. Then the last one, that is pentasaccharide. Pentasaccharide, number of monosaccharides are 5. One is glucose, second one is fructose, third one is galactose, and fourth one is galactose, and fifth one is also galactose. So example for pentasaccharide is verbascose. Verbascose is the example. So these are so many examples for oligosaccharides. In this session, we just learn about only oligosaccharides. If we continue further polysaccharides, you will confuse with the structure, so that I am going to stop the class here with only oligosaccharides. Followed by 10 questions of assignment will be there. You completely study and repeat this and attend. Thank you.